So, good morning student, I am your SST teacher and today we are going to start our new chapter, the motion of the earth. In this chapter you will read about the movement of the earth and circle of the illumination, about the leap year, length of the day and night, and what are the effect of the revolution and the rotation, and what do you mean by the phenomenon of the season. So, let us start the chapter. In the ancient time, what happens? In the ancient time, people believe that the earth is stationary, means earth doesn't move. They observe the movement of the sun, moon and other heavenly bodies in the sky. So, and the Nicholas Copernicus, so you can see the pic of the Nicholas Copernicus here. Nicholas Copernicus, he was an astronomer in the 16th century. He was first person who says that the earth is only appeared to be stationary, but it moves, it spin on its axis, and it also move around the sun side by side. So, let us talk about the two type of the motion of the earth. So, earth has the two type of the movement. First movement is called the rotation and second movement of earth is called the revolution. So, let us discuss about the rotation first. Rotation means the movement of the earth on its axis is known as the rotation. I want to clear this with a simple example. Now, you can see, suppose this is the earth and these are the axes of the earth, and you can see there or the axis of the earth here. So, when the earth moves on its axis like this, when the earth moves on its axis, and this movement is called the rotation, and it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation of the earth. Earth rotate always from the west to east. Rotation on its own axis is called the rotation. When it rotate on its own axis, it is called the rotation. So, axis inclined at on the angle of 66.5 degree, and the inclination of earth is always in the same direction. Rotation is called the daily motion of the earth, daily movement of the earth, it is called the rotation. Now, you can see again, so this is the small model of the earth. You can see the axis, these are the axes here, this one, this is the axis, and you can see this is the north pole of the earth and this is the south pole. So, these are the two poles of the earth, north pole and the south pole. So, when the earth move on its own axis, and due to this the formation of days occur, and it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. It is the movement of the earth, and this is called the rotation. So, you can see this axis, it is inclined at the 66.5 degree. It is always in the same direction, and this direction is toward the pole star. This direction is toward the pole star. Now, again I want to clear the rotation of the earth. What is the rotation of the earth? Earth rotate on its axis from the west to east. From which direction? West to east. And the axis of the earth, it is an imaginary line which passes through the center of it. So, you can see the axis, it is an imaginary line which passes through the center of the earth, and this axis, it is not the vertical, it is in the inclined at the angle of the 66.5 degree with the orbital plane of the earth. So, this inclination is always same in the direction toward the pole star. Earth take 24 hours to complete one rotation, and this is also called the daily motion of the earth. Now I want to tell you about, so you can see this is the picture how the days and night form. So here you can see the picture of the sun, and these are the rays of the sun which falls on the earth, and this is the picture of the earth, and here you can see the axis, and this side it is the north pole and here it is the south pole. And here what is written here? Day and night. Why day and night is written here? Now look again, look carefully, the sun rays are falling directly to the earth, and which side of the earth is facing toward the sun, and there is the day, and the other portion, other part of the earth which is away from the sunlight, there is the night. So you can see like the movement of rotation, there is a formation of day and night. So what are the effect of the rotation? It causes day and night on the earth. It gives concept of sunrise and sunset. It gives us a day of 24 hours, as the earth complete one rotation in 24 hours. It takes 24 hours or one day. You can say that it takes 24 hours or one day to complete one rotation. It causes tide twice a day. What is the effect of rotation? It causes tide twice a day. It causes the bulging of the earth at the equator and flattening the pole. Now I want to clear this, that suppose this is the earth. So you can see this is the earth, and from this is the imaginary line, or you can say the axis of the earth, and here we are going to write axis, and this is north pole, and here it is the south pole. Now what is the inclination of the this pole? It is the 66.5 degree. Inclination of the pole is 66.5 degree, and this is toward the pole star. So bulging, the we want to come to the point that it caused the bulging of the earth at the equator. So here is one more line, imaginary line, this is as the equator, this is called the equator. It divides the earth into two equal parts. The equator is an imaginary line which divides the earth into two equal parts. The upper part it is known as the northern hemisphere, and the lower part it is known as the southern hemisphere. So earth is bulging. Bulging means थोड़ा सा यहाँ से ये क्या है बाहर को निकला हुआ मोटा है, and from here it is the flattening. From the poles the earth is flattening from the pole and bulging from the equator. Now next is, it make us feel that the sun, the moon and the other heavenly bodies move from east to west. Now these heavenly bodies move from east to west, but the movement of the earth is west to east. The movement of the earth is west to east, but the movement of the sun, moon and other heavenly bodies, they move from east to west. So clear all of you what is the rotation? Now come to the next movement of the earth. So again we will do the experiment with the artificial earth that I have prepared for you for the better understanding. So when the earth move around the sun like this, when the earth move around the sun on its orbit, and this movement of earth is known as the revolution of the earth. What we call it? Revolution of the earth. When the earth move around the sun, when the earth move around the sun on its axis and side by side it move around the sun, this movement of earth is known as the revolution of the earth. This is the second moment. And what in how many days the revolution complete? The earth complete its revolution in the 365 1/4 days. It complete one revolution in 365 or 1/4 days. It causes change in the season. It spread. The speed of earth revolution is about 30 kilometer per second. Means see the speed of the earth, how fast it is moving. 30 kilometer per second. In every second it moves 30 kilometer around on its axis, and this movement of earth is known as the revolution. So revolution, I want to tell you more about the revolution, that the earth take 365 days or 1/4 days to complete one revolution around the sun. Now 365 1/4 means 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 56 seconds. Again listen, the meaning of 365 1/4 means 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 56 seconds. So within this period the earth complete one revolution around the sun. The time taken by earth to go round the sun once is called a year, and this time is called a year. Thus the revolution is also called the annual motion. Revolution is also called the annual motion. And on the other side, the movement of the earth or rotation is called the daily motion. Rotation is called the daily motion, and revolution is called the annual motion. Annual motion means it completes its one revolution around the sun in 1 year, in 365 by 1/4 days, and this is known as the annual motion. Now student, I want to tell you about the perihelion or aphelion means. Perihelions and aphelions. Now you can see the picture. Here is a picture, and you can see that this is the earth orbit on which the earth move around the sun. Orbit, what is orbit? Orbit is a path on which a planet move, and it is a elliptical path, not a round path, it is an elliptical path. So this is the earth orbit, and here you can see the earth and winter position of the earth, and here you can see the summer position of the earth, and here you can see the sun. Now perihelions and aphelions, two words are written here. What do you mean by perihelion? Perihelion, and here one more thing is written, 146 million kilometer, and here it's written 151 million kilometer. So what do you mean by all this, and why the sun is here, not in the center, and what are the causes behind it? So let us discuss. Perihelion. Perihelion, pre means near, and helion means sun, near the sun. When the distance between earth and sun is minimum about 146 million kilometer, it is known as the perihelion. Again, the distance between the sun and the earth. When the position of sun or it is near, when the distance between the sun and the earth is minimum means 146 million kilometer, it is known as the perihelion. It is known as the perihelion. and on every fourth gen, the position is perihelion. The sun position is perihelion. On the fourth gen, it is perihelion. Now again the earth start move on its orbital plane. Then what happens? Here the position of the sun is between the, or you can say the difference between the sun and earth is maximum. Maximum means 151 million kilometer, and this position is called the aphelion. This position is called the aphelion. Ap means away and helion means sun, away from the sun. Here you can see the distance between the sun and the earth. So this position is called the aphelion. Again I want to repeat or clear this point. What do you mean by the perihelion and what do you mean by the aphelion? So student, now again I want to discuss this diagram with you. You can see that here it is an elliptical path. This path is the earth orbit on which the earth move around the sun. This is earth, and here again this is the position of the earth. So difference between the sun and the earth, and it is the minimum difference. When the difference of sun and the earth is on the minimum difference, and minimum difference of 146 million kilometer, and this position is known as the perihelion. Pre means near, helion means sun, means near the sun, and it is on the 4th January every year. The sun is perihelion, means winter position of the sun, as it is on the 4th Jan, and Jan is the winter month. Now again the earth start to move and come to the this position. Here the difference between sun and the earth, it is 151 million kilometer. This position is the maximum difference between the both. So here this position is called the aphelion. Aphelion means, ap means away, helion means sun, means away from the sun, summer position of the earth. This is the summer position of the earth, and it is every year it comes on the 4th July. It comes on the 4th July. The position is called the aphelion. On 4th July it is the aphelion. Now I hope you understand this thing. What are the effect of the second movement of the earth? So due to the second movement of the earth, it causes variation in length of day and night. Second, distribution of heat over the surface of the earth. This is means the heat of the sun on the whole surface of the earth due to the revolution, means the revolution of the earth, means the second moment of the earth. And phenomenon of the season, ki how the season changes due to the revolution. So all these are the effect of the revolution. Now student, let us discuss about the leap year. You must have listened about the leap year, that there is a leap year after every 4 years. So how it is? You know that the there are 365 1/4 days in a year, but we count only 365 days, and the balance of these 6 hours, means 1/4 is equal to 6 hours. So balance of these 6 hours is computed as the 1 day after 4 years, as the 1 day after 4 years, and this day is added to the Feb month, as the Feb is having 28 days, but this 1 day is added and Feb has the 29 days, and the year has 366 days, and this year is known as the leap year. So let us count all this, how it's happened. So this the extra 6 hours in of the first year, then next year 6 hours, then next year 6 hours, then again 6 hours. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, after 4 year it become the 24 hours. 24 hours means the one day. So this is called the leap year with 366 days. I hope you understand about the movement of the earth, different movement of the earth. You have read about the rotation and as well as the revolution of the earth. In the next video, I will tell you how the season change and what do you mean by the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So and autumn's equinox. So we will discuss all this in the next video. Thank you, student.